Hello and welcome back to the Fencing Referee YouTube channel. My name is Lisa Campi-Sapri. I can be found on thefencingref.com, the Fencing Referee on Facebook, and of course right here on the Fencing Referee YouTube channel. And thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe. On our ongoing journey with the penalty chart, we are continuing with the second group. We took a lot of time to go through all of the first group. By all means, continue to ask questions on those, review those modules, and tell me what other questions you've come up with. I think the best thing we can think of when we think of this second group is that they're instantly to read. A very wise friend of mine who was really great with the rules, he said, and I told you this when we were first going over them, learn these six. Because if you know these six cold, you know them, no problems. When somebody does core avoid a touch, you'll be like, wait, it's not one of those six. It's got to be a yellow. When somebody does leaving the side of the piece to avoid a touch, oh, it's not one of those six. It's got to be just a yellow. Somebody covers target. Oh, it's not one of those six. It's got to be just a yellow. Because remember, this is kind of the dividing line between minor infractions and behavioral stuff that could be a black card. So these reds, these can be formulated in your head and memorized, and you won't really, because you'll know if somebody's doing something serious, they're probably in yellow to black land or just black land instead of yellow land. All of these seminars, all of these learning modules are about helping you organize your brain. So top to bottom, group 2. Remember, group 1 is yellow to red, and that is just for the bout. These red cards could be something just for the bout, right? Because, and I'll show you the first one, use of the non-weapon arm or hand is an instant red. So if I am fencing the camera and I go parry, riposte, I have created a red card. One time while I was a video referee at, I think it was at J.O.'s, and it was an extraordinary thing. I bet you these young ladies have not used their back arm since. They were both left-handed, and one lifted the blade with her arm as she was remising. The other one trapped the blade with her back arm as she was remising. So we had simultaneous use of the back arm. And something was odd. A lot of times as the video ref, remember, if you've never video ref, this is something important. You are required to watch the live fencing. My habit structure for that is I watch the live fencing, and usually when something is strange, I go, ooh, that was odd. As I watched the video, I saw both fencers do something with their back arm, okay? And I called the referee over. It actually was a double touch, and guess what? It stayed a double touch because it was both getting reds. This is significant because that red card means that they've already got a red card. So if they do core to avoid a touch, that's going to be a red card. And I want to make sure that that is very clear in your brain. Once you get one of these reds, if you do another, what could be a yellow, it is still going to be a red. Because yellow to red to red to red is how it works. It's not yellow plus yellow equals red. So, simultaneous use of backhand, very unusual experience, red for both. Next rule, an interruption of bout for a claimed injury not confirmed by a doctor. Hopefully most events have got some sort of medical staff there, but basically this is the idea is that you're trying to give yourself a break and you're only faking an injury. That is a red card. That one is, I think, incredibly rare to give, only because most times people are honest and they don't, oh, ow, oh, my leg hurts. No, it doesn't work that way. So they probably are going to have something verifiable by a doctor. Next one is absence of a control mark. We've talked about this, that for me, I'm required by the rules to do a roll call for my pool. But if they are a second or third bout and they've forgotten, oh, I forgot to get my LeMay stamp. Sometimes the technical committee genuinely forgets to put that stamp on that LeMay. I got it checked. I don't understand. I kind of Jedi mind trick myself. They were here for the roll call. I make them go away and they come back. Unfortunately, if they're my first bout, now they're delaying my situation. So absence of control mark is a red. It is an instant red. So if you're my first bout in a pool and you've not gotten something inspected, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to give you a red card. I've actually refereed people in direct eliminations where nobody caught that they hadn't gotten their mask stamped until a direct elimination bout. And that's not good. You don't want me as your head referee if I find out that that's happened. That's not good. Next one we've got is absence of name on back, absence of national colors when required. For this is something that sometimes there are extraordinary circumstances where they might tell you this is not going to happen. I've been at national events where there was snow everywhere and everybody got to the event, but not everybody's equipment got to the event. Sometimes this is something that the bout committee will suspend. This is a question for your head referee, the director of technique or bout committee or whatever, if this is a rule that's being applied, because sometimes there are extraordinary circumstances where it won't. But it's very clear. If you don't have the name on the back, absence of national colors when required. Some of the events, sometimes it specifies that, in the rule book it specifies, you need it for the next level of the event. So you're in the pools, for the direct elimination, you need to have it on there. So, deliberate, pardon me, deliberate touch not on an opponent. This is something that it used to be, in épée specifically, that if somebody hit the side of the strip to cause a halt in the last minute, that's a red card. Well, this is just kind of a little simpler version of it. If you do something to cause a halt by making a light go on, that's a deliberate touch not on an opponent, and that's a red card. And it's got to be very clear in your eyes that it was a deliberate touch not on opponent. Somebody accidentally hits the side of the strip. Sometimes people do it very clearly. Oh, halt, I need a halt. That is a deliberate touch not on an opponent, and that is actually a red card. It's hopefully one that you hopefully never have to give, but it's very clear. Last one, look at this, we're burning through our group twos. Dangerous, violent, or vindictive action, blow with guard or pommel. Now, dangerous, violent, or vindictive action, that's going to be a difficult one, because remember, we've got abnormal fencing touches with brutality. Dangerous, violent, or vindictive. How do I determine what's brutal and what's violent or vindictive? What makes one a yellow and one a red? That's going to be a difficult one. Blow with guard or pommel does not specify to the mask. I've seen a blow with guard or pommel dislocate a young man's shoulder. That is a red card. It doesn't have to be to the mask, but that is very clear. Blow with guard or pommel, done. If I do a blow somewhere with my guard, this is not like touch with guard like in saber. This is blow with guard or pommel. This is a blow, okay? Think punch. Blow with guard or pommel. It is a red card. It doesn't have to be on purpose, because on purpose is a deliberate brutality, and that's a black card. So if a blow with guard or pommel you feel is done on purpose, that is an immediate black card. A blow with guard or pommel that happens as part of the action, regardless of who's stepping in or whatever, that is a red card. So we burn through our group twos in less than 10 minutes. And if you remember these 6, you will have no problem remembering which is a yellow card. If you've been fencing for, I would say, more than a year, hopefully you've not done all of these first groups in a year, but you've been familiarized with them. So one more time, use of non-weapon hand, interruption bout for an unclaimed injury for a not confirmed by a doctor, right? Absence of control mark, absence of name or national colors, deliberate touch not on opponent, and blow with guard or pommel. Done. There's your group 2. So, questions, comments? What other things do you need to know about group 2? Do you understand all the things you need to know about these 2 groups? If not, watch those modules again. I've broken them down into chunks, boom, 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 and now boom. Thank you so much for trying to improve your refereeing, because you are doing this at your local level and maybe then at your national level and then maybe at the international level, you are making our sport better. Thank you so much. Keep with those comments and please don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.